Hello and welcome to Summer Sparkling Good Time. So today's video is a special episode of Safe or Not Safe because Diamond Art Club is dropping 15 Star Wars kits today, Monday, July 28th at 9 p.m. Not 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so sneak peek number one is The Power of the Dark Side, available in 25.6 by 28.7 inch or 65 by 72.9 centimeter square drills with 79 colors, including 1 iridescent and 4 fairy dust. There were 61 votes. Of the 61 votes, 4 people marked themselves not safe. Those people are Nicole M., Jenna W., AGG, and Amy H. 6 said wishlist or unsure, and 51 said safe. The comments, Dara says, much better images. The Star Wars fans will lose their mind. I am not a member of this fandom. Hell to the nah, so I'm safe on all counts. Trudy comes back with, I'm right there with you. Never got into this. I believe my kids did, but yeah, it put me to sleep. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. And Margaret says, I love Vader, but his body looks off to me. He's too skinny as well. I'll wish list it, but there are others I like more. I hate Diamond Art Club for releasing these all at once. Who has 1,000 laying around if you wanted them all? And then Anja R says, safe. I hope for a Disney release week. 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 And then Ava says, Darth isn't looking that great. He is a bit skinny and not like a Jedi I'd be scared of. All right. So they don't like Anakin in that one. Okay. Then we have Master Yoda, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 or 65 by 72.9 centimeter square drills with 84 colors, including 1 AB and 5 fairy dust. There were 58 votes. Of the 58 votes, 4 people said they were not safe. That would be Ava, Nicole M., Jenna W., and Amy H. 2 said wishlist or unsure, and 52 said they were safe. There were no comments on Master Yoda. Okay, moving on to number 3, we have the Droids, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or a 65 by 73 centimeter square drill kit with 78 colors, including 2 ABs, 2 Electros, 1 iridescent, and 2 fairy dust. There were 58 votes, and there were 6 people who said they were not safe. I would be the first one on that list. Then Ava, Nicole M., Jenna W., and Margaret, and Dina. 1 wishlist or unsure, and 51 safe. I commented, R2 is my favorite character of any movie of all time. He needs to come home to mama. Julianne says, not a Star Wars fan, so I'm not getting any, but this is my favorite of them all. Cute. Eileen P says, my husband would love it. Me, not so much. Becky with an eye says, I do love the Droids. Ava says, I love this. C-3PO is in every movie. Same actor. I'm not a big... It's R2 all the way for me. Okay, moving on to number 4, the Rebel Princess, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or a 65 by 72.9 centimeter square drills with 75 colors, including 5 fairy dust. There were 68 votes. 3 people marked themselves not safe. I would be number 1, then April P. and Amy B. 5 said wishlist or unsure, and 60 said safe. Comments. I said, hello, princess, come to mama. Kim says, may the force be with someone else. Ginny Max says, safe, but damn, love that one. It might end up on the wish list. Amy B says, what a beautiful piece to honor the late Carrie Fisher. And Ava says, okay, I didn't want to like this. I was thinking it's a soft image for a fierce character, but it's a great way to remember Carrie Fisher. It really is lovely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Okay. Number 5, Skywalker of Tatooine, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or 65 by 72.9 centimeter square drills with 70 colors, including 1 AB, 1 iridescent, and 2 fairy dust. There were 57 colors. 0 said not safe. 6 said wishlist or unsure, and 51 said safe. There was only 1 comment, and it was Ava said, yes, please, but gotta wishlist it for now. Then we go on to Dangerous Wookie. I forgot to read the stuff. Dangerous Wookie is available in a 25.6 by 28.7 or 65 by 73 centimeter. Square drills with 75 colors, including 1 AB and 4 fairy dust. There were 61 votes. 3 people said they were not safe. That would be Kat, Nicole M, and JJP. 5 said wish list or unsure, and 53 said safe. We had a couple of comments. So Kat says, take my money now. I need a traveling buddy for him. Gonna recheck the restocks. Dara says, ooh, look, it's Cleophas's favorite cousin on his daddy's side. If you know, you know. Dear Shenanigan Squad, I'm not doing this either. Oh, come on. You know you like it. Judy Mack says, this makes me want to see some Ewoks that might actually hit me in the unsafe area. Amy B, wrong stormtrooper for indoor. Okay, moving on to number 7, Grogu, available in a 22 by 29 inch or 55.6 by 73.8 centimeter. Round drills with 68 colors, including 1 AB and 4 fairy dust. We had 69 votes. 4 people said they were not safe. Nicole M, Gwendolyn D, Ann Margaret, and Tiffany G. 7 wish list or unsure, 58 safe. And the comments. Dara says, "Aw, no." Deborah says, he is so cute. Bisa says, I've never really watched Star Wars, but this is cute. This is from The Mandalorian, but okay. Judy Mack says, okay, this goes to wishlist. Watercolor Yoda is kind of amazing. Love that color palette. It's not Yoda. It's Grogu from The Mandalorian. Disney Plus. Judy Mack says, oh, did I see that? No, we already did that one. Anja R says, safe for me, but when will new Disney movies come out with scenes from the movies? Then I'll go shopping and I can also redeem my points. Greetings, Anya. And then she gave me Beast. Eileen says, cute, just not for me. Amy B says, not into The Mandalorian. China says, oh my God, Baby Yoda's so cute. I really kind of want it, but I don't need it, and my nephew or my brother would steal it when it's done. Ava says, Grogu is cute, but not a favorite. DeGlo says, oh my God, this is so cute. I just gotta have it, said no one. Aw, DeGlo. Moving on to number 8, Lightspeed, available in a 22 by 24 inch or 55.6 by 60.8 centimeters. Round drills with 66 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 frosted, and 3 fairy dust colors. There were 62 votes. Of the 62 votes, 5 people said they were not safe. April P, Jennifer K, Miranda H, Dina K, and Amy H. That's a lot of Shenanigan Squad people right there. 4 out of 5. 4 people said they were wish list or unsure, and 53 said they were safe. Dara says, so cute, but no. Judy Mack says, just think of the enhancements for this. Could be amazing, but still safe. And Gabby came with peacock sparklers for sure. And Eileen said, no, no, no. Then we move on to number 9, ObiWan Kenobi, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or a 65 by 73 centimeter. Square drills with 59 colors, including 1 iridescent and 5 fairy dust colors. There were 59 votes. Of the 59 votes, 0 said not safe, 4 said wish list or unsure, and 55 said safe. Let me out. There was 1 comment. Ava said, yes, 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 one of my favorite characters. I know he's on my wish list. I'm just saying. And then moving on to number 10, the Bounty Hunter, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or a 65 by 72.9 centimeter. Square drills with 57 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust colors. I need to shut this down or it will be badass because the channel members only chat goes off all the time. Okay, so for the Bounty Hunter, there were 60 votes. Of the 60 votes, 1 person said not safe. That would be Nicole M. 8 said wish list unsure. That would be one of me. And 51 said safe. 1 comment. Amy B says Boba Fett never had fire out of the jetpack. All right. I think. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I think Amy B is a diehard Star Wars fan. I'm thinking she might be more of a fan than me. And I love me some Star Wars. Okay. The Dark Side, available in a 22 by 33 inch or 55.6 by 83.7 centimeters. Round drills with 25 colors, including 2 specials and 3 fairy dust. There were 64 votes. Of the 64 votes, one person, that would be Anne Margaret, said she was unsafe. 4 wish list or unsure, and 59 safe. Dara said, what in the red hot liquid magma is going on? Color blocking? Hell no. Nice image, though. The possible overwhelming amount of possible 666 tells me that God said no. And Gabriel came back with, I like this one, okay, but I don't like Star Wars. And Daniel said no to this one, thank God. And Margaret says, this one is my fave. I love this type of art. I call it the propaganda poster. Look, but I know it has an official name. It's definitely one of the 3 I have my eyes on. Amy B says, hate it. All right. Moving on to sneak tweet number 12 is the Emperor, available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or a 65 by 72.9 centimeter square drills with 59 colors, including 1 iridescent and 3 fairy dust colors. There were 68 votes. 4 people said not safe. That would be Kat, Amy B, Nicole M, and Amy H. 3 people said wish list, and 61 said safe. Dara said, ooh, he needs to moisturize. And then Gabby told her, you should give him a good skin routine then. Moving on to number 13, The Rebellion. Available in a 22 by 33 inch or a 55.6 by 83.6 centimeter square with 38 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 electro, 1 iridescent, 1 special, and 3 fairy dust. There were 64 votes. 0 people said not safe. 4 said wish list or unsure, and 60 said safe. There was, oh, wrong button, 1 comment. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, moving on to number 14, The Smuggler. Available in a 25.6 by 28.7 inch or 65 by 73 centimeter square drills with 58 colors, including 2 ABs and 4 fairy dust. There were 62 votes. 3 people said not safe. That would be Ava, Amy B, and Margaret. 8 said wish list or unsure. 51 said safe. And let's see what we got in comments. Jenny Mack says sexy but safe. Amy B says Han Solo is my favorite scoundrel. Becky with an eye said if I bought any, it would be this one, if I'm good. Ava said my nerd dome is showing. Love that cocky smile. I mean, come on. It's Han Solo. And the Millennium Falcon behind him. I mean, come on. All right, moving on to the last one. Number 15. XWing, available in a 22 by 33 inch or a 55.6 by 83.7 centimeter round drills with 49 colors, including 1 AB and 5 fairy dust. There were 65 votes. 2 people said not safe. That would be Ava and JJP. 5 said wish list or unsure. 58 said safe. Dara says, ooh, a spaceship. Still no. Carrie with a Y says, asked my hubby if he was interested in any of them, and he said that although he likes Star Wars, not interested in any wall art, and not sure where he would hang them anyway. Fine by me, but did wish list the droids. The droids are awesome. Jenny Mack says, absolutely love that color palette, but I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm safe. Eileen says, no, 100%. And Amy B says, that's the wrong droid in the fighter. I don't know. I didn't look that closely. So, that is what we have for the release on Monday, July 28th. 15 new Star Wars kits. This is what the group is currently saying. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this and get it out for y'all so hopefully you can watch it before this sale goes live. All right. Until next time, I would appreciate it if y'all would boop my snoot. If you're new here, boop the snoot just means hit the like button. It's a quick, free, easy way for you to support the channel. And I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think might enjoy it. I promise not to be mad at you. As well as leave me a comment. Which one of these are on your wish list, or are you going to be fighting to buy? And which ones do you think are going to sell out? We didn't do the poll today because it's just a special edition episode. And then, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe. Please remember that Facebook group's open. The channel memberships are open for the Facebook group. When you're going to join the Facebook group, they're going to pop up with the rules. There's a few rules. They're not a lot. They're just kind of self-explanatory, be nice human kind of stuff. But there's a little checkbox. If you don't click it saying you agree, that they're not going to let you in. And they're telling me that that's happening more and more often, that people are forgetting to check the checkbox, and so that they're having to decline you. So I'm sorry if that has happened to you, but I'm trying to explain to you why it's happening so you can fix it if you would like to come join us, because we have a good time over there. All right. Until next time, I love y'all. Bye bye.